Politicians from all over Germany attended the Chancellor's nuclear summit in Berlin last week. The anti-nuclear activists were once again out in force. Following the government's policy turnaround, Angela Merkel is now ready to deliver what they've wanted for years.
We all want to phase out nuclear energy as quickly as possible and switch over to renewable energies.
But the question remains, how long will this transition take? The head of Greenpeace says it should happen by 2015 at the very latest.
We demand a phase-out by no later than 2015 at the very, very least.
But the German government thinks that's a little too fast. They say the transition to renewable energies can't be completed until 2050. Some people are asking whether the fears surrounding nuclear energy are justified and suggest the Germans are overreacting.
I think that the level of anxiety and concern is completely appropriate, and I think that rather than feeling ashamed of it or feeling anxious about it, German people should be proud that they are sending a warning signal to all of us in the world.
But not everyone is keen to see a quick end to nuclear power. The shareholders of one of Germany's energy concerns, for example. The head of the company wants the nuclear power plants to remain online for a long time. After all, huge profits are at stake.
RWE is a multi-layered energy company, and not only focused on nuclear energy. But we operate nuclear power plants, and we stand by that.
Germany's energy transition will occur earlier than elsewhere, but what will it cost? Ultimately, consumers will have to pay, with higher energy prices or higher taxes. The figures range from very large to very small. Nobody knows what the final sum will be, but it's unlikely to be cheap. Experts are also dampening the optimistic mood. Germany is an industrial nation with an insatiable appetite for energy.
We can achieve a transition to sustainable energies. If we tailor it accordingly, we can make it socially compatible. It's also vital to ensure that our industrial sector maintains access to competitive prices so that production can remain in Germany.
Prices aren't the only problem. Production sites are also an issue. Energy facilities are going to become a lot more visible in Germany.
Energy production is moving closer to people. Energy production is moving into their surroundings. So we have to convince people that wind parks are necessary. We have to convince people that 380 kilovolt power lines, whether overhead lines or underground cables, are necessary to transport energy to where it is needed, to cities and to large enterprises. It'll take some persuasion.
The Environment Minister is welcoming the Green Revolution. He's giving his support to an array of products that boast environmentally friendly credentials.
Our aim is to have 1 million electric cars within a decade. Or rather, as the German Environment Minister, I'd like to see 1 million German electric cars.
The Research Minister already has one for her carpool, and she can afford to be optimistic. Her ministry will soon be getting more money for researching and developing renewable energies.
German engineers, the technical universities, the research departments of many big companies possess huge potential to be able to come up with new ideas. There are economic and ecological opportunities, and because we have this potential, we're saying, let's do it quickly.
That's also the Chancellor's rallying call. Is her office the new headquarters of Ecotopia? Curious that a conservative politician should be realizing the dreams of the German environmental movement. But the Chancellor's no stranger to radical change after growing up in communist East Germany. And the Green Revolution provides her with a positive new project after a string of recent setbacks for her government.
We have a lot of work ahead of us now, but it's an unbelievably exciting project.
The conservative chancellor is determined to turn Germany green. no matter what it costs.